Hello. The Divine Code reading for September 29th, pages 227 and 228. We're in the chapter Objects Offered to Idols and Decorations of Idols. Topic number 7. The last topic was topic number 6 was discussing offerings brought to idols, specifically food, but other items as well. If these are items that would have been brought into the temple as an offering in the holy temple, then these items, if placed before the idol, these items become forbidden for benefit. If there's other items that are brought to this idol that are not part of the holy temple ritual, simply placing it in front of the idol does not change its status unless we go with the stricter opinion of Rambam, which says that any item brought in front of an idol would be prohibited for benefit. The Divine Code goes with the majority view that it would be specifically the items that were used in the Holy Temple. We could go with a more pious view with the Rambam, or we could go with the basic halakhic view, which is the majority. Continuing on this topic, continuing on this subject, topic number 7, other foods, including other species of fruits and vegetables, not cited specifically in the preceding topic as items that would have been brought to the Holy Temple. So other items do not become forbidden as they are only set down before the idol, even if this was the customary way of serving that idol. This is because they are not the types of items that were brought in service of God on the altar in the Holy Temple. Tosafot and Rosh on Tractate Avodah Zarah 50a, and Torah in Shulchan Aruch chapter 139. It is clear from their words that since this is not an offered item, it is permitted for benefit. Unlike the exclamation of Meiri on Tractate Avodah Zarah 50a, that any offering is forbidden if it could be called a decoration, even if it is not comparable to the service of the Holy Temple. So there are differences of opinion on whether or not these items could be used. If somebody brought some miscellaneous item to the placed it before, it's not actually used in a ritualistic manner, but it's placed before the idol. A potted plant or something is placed before the idol. Is it okay to use that potted plant later on? And there's differences of opinion, but the majority opinion is that it does not change the status of the item, and therefore would be allowed for benefit. This applies so long as no action was performed with them, resembling an action that was part of the service in the Holy Temple. But if one performed an action in the service of an idol with any item, it resembled one of the temple services of slaughtering, pouring a libation, or burning. The item becomes forbidden as an offering, and one may not derive benefit from it. How so? If one slaughtered for an idol any domestic or wild animal, bird or locust, whether or not the creature was a kosher species. So this would include the kosher species, well, might include animals that would be used in the temple, but it is showing a general rule in a different direction, that if any animal was used in service of the idol, slaughtered before the idol, it is forbidden as an offering because the person performed an action with it that resembles the service of slaughtering that was done in the holy temple. Therefore, if one cut fruits as a service to an idol, this is comparable to the service of slaughtering in the holy temple, and the fruit that is cut becomes forbidden. So if the person took an apple and they cut the apple in half in front of the idol, and that's considered something that's normally done with the apple in front of this idol. That's how they serve the idol. That apple becomes forbidden. If one served an idol by pouring from a vessel a libation of blood, wine, water, or any respectable liquid that excludes urine, putrid water, and the like, that is considered offering, since it is an action that resembles the pouring or sprinkling of blood on the altar in the holy temple. Likewise, burning any item before an idol defines it as an offered item, since this action resembles the burning of offerings that was part of the service in the holy temple. This is all clear based on Torah and Shulchan Aruch Yoreh De'ah, chapter 139, in regard to the slaughter of locusts. All these types of actions that are similar to the offerings made to God in the holy temple, that is, resemble slaughtering, pouring a libation, or burning, therefore make one liable as an idol worshiper if they are performed in the service of an idol, even if it is not the customary way of serving the idol. The item is then considered an offering for the idol, which makes it forbidden to benefit from. So in the earlier chapter on the prohibition of idolatry, there was a long discussion on which actions make one liable for idol worship. And in there, they discuss these different activities if it fits one of those definitions in the previous chapter. In any of these three ways of using objects for idolatry, if it's one of the items from the holy temple, if it's used in any of the services from the holy temple, the libations, the sacrifices, the libations, or the burning, if an object is used in that way, and it's a respectable and it's the normal way of using, or even if it's not the normal way of serving that idol, but if it's one of the temple related either objects or actions, that makes the object being used forbidden for benefit. Thank you.